Have you ever felt watched, even when you know you're completely alone? Most people think the Himalayas are peaceful, silent, pure. But the truth is, silence can be dangerous. Silence lets you hear things that aren't meant for human ears. And the Buran Ghati trek, a stunning trail in Himachal Pradesh, is famous for something trekking companies never advertise. People disappear here. No scream, no struggle, no body. Just gone. Trekkers say Buran Ghati tests more than endurance. It tests your sanity. Everyone who treks here has the same strange feeling. We were being watched. Not by animals, not by people. Watched by the mountain. The story begins in June 2016. A group from Pune was on a standard 7-day trek. Experienced trekkers, no alcohol, no risky behavior. They set up camp on the 4th night, near the snowfield. Around 2 a.m., one of the trekkers woke up. He heard soft footsteps outside the tent, like someone circling them, crunching slowly on snow. Step, step, step. He assumed it was one of the guides. He unzipped the tent, peeked out. No one. But there were footprints. Fresh, clear, distinct. Except for one impossible detail. The footprints didn't lead to the tents. They led away from them, toward the ridge, into open snow. As if someone had walked away from their group, but never walked towards it. The next morning, one trekker was missing. They searched his tent. His headlamp was still inside. His trekking poles were still inside. Even his shoes were inside. Who steps out barefoot into freezing snow in the middle of the night? The authorities labeled it an accident, probably slipped into a crevasse. But search teams never found a body. Not even a torn jacket, not a single clue. Just one chilling detail the guide whispered later. The mountain took him. Most people wrote it off as altitude sickness, until it happened again. And again. Different groups, different years, same pattern. Always between 2 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. Local villagers in Janglik call that hour, when the watcher wakes. Trekkers describe seeing a silhouette on the ridge, tall, still, unmoving. Every time someone shines a headlamp, the figure disappears. One trekker said, "It doesn't move like a person, it slides." In 2019, a group of 5 women trekkers camped near the same glacier. Around midnight, one of them felt her tent zipper move. Slow, calculated. Not wind. She held her breath. The zipper stopped halfway. She whispered, "Who's there?" A man's voice answered, "Not who you think." She screamed. The guides rushed over. The snow around the tent was untouched. No footprints, not even their own. The guide looked at her and said, "Next time don't reply when someone calls. There's an unwritten rule among locals. Never say your name on the mountain after sunset. Because whatever roams that pass can mimic human voices. Some trekkers hear whispers, some hear their own names being called, some follow the voice. They don't return." A rescue team member who searched for one missing trekker said, "We never find bodies. It's like they're erased." He quit after that mission. Moved out of the state, never went back. And then comes the part no one talks about publicly. A trekker uploaded drone footage from Buran Ghati last year. In the video, at the edge of the ridge, there's a figure, standing still. Not a rock, not a shadow. It's tall, humanoid, facing the drone. Frame by frame, its head follows the drone's movement. The trekker uploaded the footage. 2 days later, his entire channel vanished. His Instagram deleted, Drive link deleted, even Reddit post removed by moderators. When someone asked him what happened, he only replied, "Some things aren't meant to be filmed." But here's where the story turns darker. There is a word Sherpas use, the whisper zone, a stretch of the trail where the mountain winds don't sound like wind. They sound like voices. One trek leader described it like this: "You don't feel scared, you feel invited. A feeling that whatever is calling is familiar." Some trekkers report a strange urge to walk toward the edge of the cliff just to see what's below. Guides physically have to pull people back, and every guide has a story. Every single one. A Himalayan rescue team officer once admitted, "We don't file all missing cases. It's easier to tell families they slipped. But why hide it? Why redact reports? Why erase evidence? Unless something else is happening. Something that isn't supposed to be documented." Some speculate it's a void in the terrain, a magnetic anomaly, infrasound that alters decision-making. But locals say something different. They say the mountain is alive. Not metaphorically, literally. And Buran Ghati isn't a trek. It's a threshold. A place where people don't die. They are taken. One old villager said, "The mountain doesn't want all who climb, Only those who respond. He was asked, "Respond to what?" He smiled sadly. "To the whisper." Every year, trekkers come back with incredible photos, beautiful stories, Instagram-worthy content. But the mountain decides who gets photographed and who gets kept. People who vanish here don't leave bodies. They leave silence. And silence is the loudest part of this story. Because when nature wants to hide something, it hides it forever. If you ever trek Buran Ghati, don't walk alone after 2 a.m. Don't unzip your tent if someone calls your name. And most importantly, if you feel watched, do not look back. Because the ones who look back don't come back.